Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the session today. Hope you all can hear me. This is our very first demo for the data engineering with the Google Cloud platform. Can you guys confirm? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great. Thanks for confirming everyone. So we have quite a few people are there in the meeting. So two sessions are going on, guys. Thanks for confirming. Hope you all can see my screen as well and my voice is clear. Okay, so this is going to be our very first demo with the data engineering with the Google Cloud platform. In this first session, I am going to talk about the today's agenda. So what we are going to talk about today and what is this course is about and what is this actually the data engineering. What is data engineering? What is the role of a data engineer? What actually the data engineer do every day? That we are going to see. And after that, I will talk about what is this Google Cloud platform. Nowadays, plenty of the opportunities are there for the GCP data engineers. So what is actually this Google Cloud platform? How it is different from the Azure and AWS? We will see the difference as well. And after that, as a third point, I'm going to talk about the detailed course curriculum that we are going to cover for the rest next 2.5 months. That is nothing but 2.5 months. What is our course curriculum? What are the topics that we are going to cover? And what are the cloud basics that we are covering? What are the data engineering services that we are covering? We are going to see in the detailed course curriculum. And after that, I will talk about the course details, right? So what is the course timings? And do we have any material or notes for the course and how we are going to provide it to you? And are we providing the recordings or anything? All of those details I'm going to talk about the course details in the next few minutes. Okay, and this is the agenda for the today's session, guys. So you are going to understand in this agenda. So some people will be having plenty of the questions in the mind. To answer those questions, sir, how can I get a job from this course? Right, sir, this is a GCP data engineering course, sir. How would I get a job from this course? Or sir, what about my current experience? I'll be working in some other area like production or a mechanical or IT support role. Multiple roles I've been working on, sir. How can I manage my current experience? And I wanted to jump onto the data engineering with the Google Cloud platform. Sir, how can I help? How can you help from this course? And after that, I don't know about the cloud at all. Some people don't know nothing about the cloud. Some people does not know even about the cloud. What is actually the cloud? Also, they do not know it. And for those people also, how this course is going to help you and how we are going to cover the basics and how we are going to cover the basics to the advanced in this session, I'm going to tell you. And some people will be, sir, can I be able to do it? They will be having some kind of a doubt saying that, sir, can I be able to learn it or not? Sir, I'm an average guy. I cannot be able to learn easily. But can I be able to put effort? Sir, I have the time and effort. But can I be able to put effort? Can I be able to learn it or not? So all of those things also we will see. That will also be answered here. Sir, does it make sense to my profile or not? Sir, I will be working in this support role. Is this particular developer role, data engineering role, is actually make a sense to my profile or not? Can you suggest to me? All of these questions you will be having it in your mind. It will be rolling in your mind maybe. So all of these questions by the end of this session, I am going to tell you all the questions, all your questions and answers will be clearly answered properly by the end of this session. So I'm just starting with the trial today. If you look at it, if there is, assume that you are watching a movie now. In a movie of 2 hours or maybe 1.5 hours, we are going to have it. We just started for 5 minutes. Just be patient for the end of the session so that we will be able to cover each and every topic. I'm going to tell you each and every topic in a very detail because you must understand whether you are coming from any field. If you wanted to enter into the data engineering with the Google Cloud platform, because plenty of the opportunities are there, I'm telling you guys. Data engineering with the Google Cloud platform, the moment you put a resume, you get a call. Okay, plenty of opportunities are there for the GCP data engineers. So there's a very huge demand for that. So how we can able to tackle it and how to get the job is the main agenda for this course. Okay, so I'm going to answer all of your questions by the end of this session. Please be patient. Okay, so any questions, if you also, I will be taking it. So I will also talk to you personally in this sessions if anyone have any questions also. Okay, so before me starting the session with our agenda, I am going to talk about myself. That my name is Shaik Saidhul, guys. I am currently working at two places. One is solution architect at Contact. So I'm a full-time solution architect at Contact. I'm also a consultant at Databricks. So I'll also be working as a part-time consultant at Databricks. I have completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. I have total 7 to 8 years of in between 7 to 8 years of experience into the data and AI field, and I have done many certifications in almost all the cloud platforms. So I have certifications in Google Cloud, I have certifications in Azure, I have certification in one in AWS also, two certifications in the Databricks, Python, and Terraform. Many certifications I have done it, and I'm a Microsoft trainer as well. I'm also a corporate trainer. I teach for some corporates as well. So this is all about me, guys. Okay, yeah. So let us start with our agenda. We are going to see what is this data engineering. Some people say, sir, data is very nowadays. The data engineering jobs are data jobs are very famous. Some people say that. So, sir, how can I get into it? First of all, sir, I would like to know what is this data engineering and where is this data is actually coming from. Why this data is very much important for us. Let us try to understand one by one. For doing that, so how the data is getting generated, let me gonna tell you first. So assume that you are waking up in the morning and you wanted to have a breakfast. Nowadays, if you are in Hyderabad or any metro city, if you wanted to have a breakfast, no one is going out, just going to the Zomato or Swiggy and just ordering the breakfast from there. The moment you are interacting with an application, Swiggy or Zomato is a one application. The moment you interact with an application, there gets a data generated. Okay, so you have a data that is coming from some applications. Any application, the moment you try to interact with an application, the application can be Swiggy or Flipkart or Amazon or Zomato or any other applications. These are the well-known applications, so that's the reason I'm giving you an example. So any application, the moment you are interacting or you are doing some transaction, that there gets a data generated. Okay, that's where the data generated from some applications. Or if you go to some production firms or if you go to some medical firms, what they do is that they actually take the information in the form of a flat files, maybe in the Excel file or CSV file. They actually enter the data in the form of a CSV file or an Excel file. So that's where the data again generated, right? You have a data that is coming from some file format also. The file format data can be a Excel file or a JSON file or a Avro file or a Parquet file, any other file format. Sometimes you have the data that is in the form of a movie files. We know audio files, video files, PDF files. So the data will be there in all of these file formats. So this is also the data, right? And there is a data that is coming from some databases. Sometimes you will be seeing someone is talking about database, right? A database is nothing but a collection of data only stored in a related format. So you have a database, either it could be a MySQL database or a SQL Server database or a PostgreSQL database. Some people may be thinking that, sir, what are these ones? Don't worry about it. We are going to clear it out all in our upcoming sessions. But try to understand a database is something that which holds the data. So you have a data that is coming from some databases also. Okay, and there gets a data coming from some sensor devices. We nowadays well aware about the sensors. Nowadays you are driving a vehicle like two-wheeler or four-wheeler. Every vehicle is having some kind of a sensors. It actually generates the data. We never know that. Okay, okay, so you may be having the data that is coming from IoT devices or sensor devices also. So the data is actually coming from these multiple data sources. Right. So it can be coming from some application. It may be coming from some file formats, or it may be coming from some databases, or it may be coming from IoT devices. So what is this one, sir? I have this data. What I have to do? So what companies think that? What is the company is thinking? Maybe assume that some Flipkart is having some data coming from some application or a files or a databases or IoT devices. Flipkart wanted to improve their business. So any company, any business, what is their main agenda is that they wanted to improve the business. What they wanted to do, sir? Their end goal is to improve their business. They wanted to increase the revenue. So Either they wanted to increase the revenue, or they wanted to increase the sales, or they wanted to increase the customer count, or they wanted to increase the customer satisfaction, or he wanted to do some. So what they wanted to do, end of the, for every business, what they wanted to do is that they wanted to try to increase the revenue or sales or any business. So for doing that, they have to understand their data properly. So if I wanted to increase my revenue, I should understand what was my last revenue. And I should think about how can I increase my revenue, how can I increase my customer count, how can I increase my customer satisfaction. So if you wanted to do all of these things, you must understand your data. So that's what the business manager says, that whenever I wanted to increase, whenever some business wanted to increase their sales or anything, they can actually understand their data. They have to understand their data, or they have to analyze the data. What they have to do, sir? They have to analyze the data. Analyze is nothing but they have to understand the data. Whenever they understand the data, that data gives you some kind of a insights. What this will give you, guys? The data gives you some kind of a insights, and these insights are very much important for you to improve the business. These insights are very much important for you to improve the business. See, if you try to analyze the data, the analysis will reports will give you how to improve the business. So that is what we call as an insight or some information. All right. So if you wanted to analyze the data, what we need to have? I need to store the data properly. So that is the reason this data is very much important for us. So the data is generated from multiple data sources. So we usually call it as a data sources. The data is generated from multiple data sources. We must store the data first, and then we need to analyze the data properly. Those analysis will give you some kind of information or insights, which is very, very useful for us to improve our business in a simple words. So that is, if you wanted to do all of these things, data engineering is the main soul or main foundation to do this thing. Data engineering is a foundation to all of these activities. Okay, so what is this data engineering? If you ask me now, this is a high level idea I wanted to give you. But if you wanted to see the same thing in the technical data engineering points, so this is what is data sources. So whenever you have the data that is coming from multiple data sources, you first store the data here. So this is your data sources. You first extract the data from these data sources, and you try to store the data here. You try to store the data here. So because this application may be running in some server, these files are running in some other servers, these databases are running in some other servers, or this IoT devices data is coming from some vehicle, right? You need to extract this data from these multiple data sources, and you have to store it here. You have to store it in a single platform called a data lake. Nowadays very famous this data, this particular word, data lake. A lake is something that where you can able to store any amount of a data, any number of files, any format of the data you can able to store, whether it is a CSV file, JSON file, avro file, audio file, video file, any file formats you can able to store. So you first extract the data from these multiple data sources, and we are going to store it here, and we are going to store it here. Sir, once we are storing the data, sir, this is data, I'm calling it as a raw data. I usually call this as a raw data. It is because the data is straight away coming from the data sources. This data is straight away coming from the data sources. So that's the reason I'm calling it as a raw data. Once you have the data in the data lake, so this raw data may have some kind of issues. Right. So the moment you extracted the data from these data sources, it may be having some kind of a issues. It may have some kind of a duplicates. It may have some kind of a null values. It may have some kind of a missing values. It may have some unnecessary data which we don't want it for the analysis. So you may have some unnecessary data also. Okay, and you don't want additional columns. It may have additional columns also. We don't need it. Okay, so You may be having the data that is coming from multiple data sources. The data may be having some kind of a duplicates or the null values, or maybe having some missing values, maybe unnecessary columns or unnecessary data it may be having it. Sir, can I directly do the analysis on top of this data then? Can you tell me? Can we directly do the analysis on top of this data? Can you guys tell me?
No.
What happens if I do the analysis directly on top of these reports, on top of this data? Correct, right? The outcome may not be the, yeah, outcome may not be able to improve our business, right? So when you have a lot of issues with your data, and if you try to analyze the data, but that analysis should give you some kind of insights, but those insights are inaccurate because the data itself, it is inaccuracies, it is having accuracy problems. In that case, your reports or insights will also be inaccurate. So that is the reason, before we directly go for the analysis, what we try to do is that what we try to do is that we try to do the data processing. We try to do the data processing with help of the multiple frameworks. We may be using the Spark, or we may be using the Being. Multiple frameworks we are going to use it, and we are going to process the data. Sir, what is mean by processing? Some people will ask me, sir, data lake where we are going to store the data, that is fine, sir. Data sources, we have it. And you say the data processing, we are going to process it. Sir, what is mean by processing? If you ask me, processing is that removing those duplicates, handling the null values, removing the unnecessary data and unnecessary columns, taking care of the different symbols which we don't want it. So all of these things we are going to tackle it in the data processing. In a simple words, value addition process. In a simple words, we usually call it as a data processing is a data value addition process, or enriching the data, or improving the data accuracy. Okay, so we are going to validate the data here, we are going to remove the duplicates here, we are going to handle the null values here, and we are going to remove the unnecessary data here. All of these things we are going to take care of it here. Okay, so this is where you are going to process the data here. You are storing the data here, you are having the data sources, processing it. So once the processing is done, so that's where we are going to analyze the data. So that's where we are going to analyze the data in a tool called data warehouse. A data warehouse is an entire enterprise tool, or an entire enterprise repository to store your entire data in the data warehouse, and you can analyze the data here, you can transform the data here, you can even do some kind of a processing also here. So data warehouses is a one of the entire enterprise location where your entire data is available. So that data may be coming from any data sources that will be available here, and it comes up with a built-in query engine that is called as SQL query engine. It comes up with a built-in SQL query engine where you can able to analyze your data with help of the SQL. You can able to analyze the data. So you are going to do the analysis, and those analysis you are going to store the data in the form of a tables here. You are going to store the data in the form of a table. Okay, so what you are doing it, you are going to analyze the data. What is mean by analysis? I wanted to find the top 10 products according to the sales. Who is the most trusted customer? I wanted to find the sale increment from the last year to this year, and I wanted to find the top product according to the sales. So if you wanted to find such a kind of analysis, okay, all of these things, actually whenever you wanted to do it, you are going to use the SQL, and you are going to store the data in the form of a table. So nowadays you might have been seeing Amazon Great India Sales, or Big Billion Days. So those are actually coming from these kind of analysis only. When you do such kind of analysis, you get understanding that in this particular area we call it as a dry period. So if I try to put a lot of discount, people will be attracted to that and they will increase the sales. So that's how people will be using, companies will be attracting their customers by analyzing their existing data, and they can able to come up with a different techniques to improve the business. So such a kind of analysis we are going to do it here. Once we do the analysis, and the data is stored in the table here, so this data will be used by the BI for creating the business intelligence reports such as dashboards or reports. Or you may be creating the data, or you may be creating some machine learning models on top of it. Or there can be a data scientist who is using this data for finding the future trends. Or there can be a business group who will be directly utilizing this data to take a decision on top of it. Okay, so this is what is data engineering. So this is data sources, this is downstream or data sink.
Sir,
Okay,
this is Srikanth, sir.
yes, please.
Sir, when we are saying data processing, this is happening in a staging server, or this is like another data lake? Uh,
It
where
happens in both areas. We will be seeing in our upcoming sessions how it is going to happen in actual, because if I try to tell you, some people will get confused, like what is this staging, what is this one. So let's not go into there, but data processing will be done, and where it is done we will be seeing it in our upcoming sessions, where people will be doing it, because it depends on the requirement also. We will take a use case and we will try to solve that, but let's not go into that much details today itself. Okay,
yes, sir.
yeah. Now look at here, guys. So you have a data that is coming from multiple data sources. You are storing the data here. You're processing the data here. You're analyzing the data here. You're sending the data to the downstreams. So the downstream get utilizing this data for creating the dashboards or machine learning models or data science reports. They can able to use it for business group. When I say a group, it is a business manager group where they can directly use it for the analysis. And during this process, we should also make sure that data is accurate and complete throughout the platform. That means we need to worry about data accuracy also. It is not that you're moving the data from here to there. It's not like that. So you need to understand that data has to be accurate and complete throughout the platform. For that, we are going to take care of the data governance and monitoring as well, which is also one of the very, very important aspect for the senior data engineers or lead data engineers, where they are going to take care of the data governance and monitoring. So this is also one of the things. So this is what is data engineering, guys. In a simple architectural way, if I wanted to, in a high level words, if I wanted to talk about it in a layman words, if I have to talk about it, so this is what is data engineering. So data engineering is a process of extracting the data from the multiple data sources, storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, and taking care of the data governance and monitoring. And you need to understand that this arrow marks are indicating the data movement, and we are not doing the things manually. It is a pipeline. So we need to create the pipelines automatically so that it should be running in a scheduled fashion. Okay, so this is what is data engineering, everyone. If you wanted to see in a descriptive way, so a data engineering is a process of collecting the data, organizing the data, preparing the large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. And while you are doing this process, we need to create a design a systems or infrastructure that allow the things to be automatically captured, stored, and accessed efficiently. Right? We don't want it to do the things manually. We are lazy. We wanted to create the pipelines. We automate them with the pipeline so that they are going to run it in a automated fashions. We are going to see. So all of those things we are going to see in our upcoming sessions. But this is what is data engineering in a very high level way. It is process of collecting the data, organizing the data, preparing the large amounts of the data for the analysis purpose. So this is what is data engineering, everyone. Okay, so this is what is data engineering. Let me give 1 or 2 minutes a break or a pause for you so that you can just memorize all of these things, or you can just make yourself take time to understand what is this data engineering. Try to read this out. Okay, give me 1 minute, everyone. I just have to do one thing. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yes, so I hope you guys are able to understand what is data engineering. That is well and good. So let me go. Now you know that what is this data engineering, sir. Now let me go to the next thing, that is what is data engineer will do. What is the role of a data engineer? So I would like to talk about, is the one who works on the data ingestion or extraction. That means he need to think about how to extract the data from these multiple data sources, what tool they have to use it, what is the best mechanism they have to follow. So a data engineer, one of the data engineer working on a data ingestion process efficiently, they have to extract the data. And one of the data engineer must work on the data storage and management. That means he should be thinking about what scalable system they have to use it for storing the data. Is it scalable or not? Is it secured or not? It is protecting the data or not? Is it coming up with the access control features or not? So all of these things, one data engineer has to work on data storage and data management. And one more data engineer should work on data processing with the Spark or Apache Beam frameworks. Okay, he need to work on clearing the data, processing the data, and one data engineer must focus on data quality and governance, making sure that your data is accurate and complete throughout the process. And one data engineer must create the pipelines to automate everything. And one data engineer must focus on the performance optimization, which is one of the important aspect. Performance optimization is one of the important aspect where you need to think about your query is running properly in an efficient manner or not. Your code is running in an efficient manner or not. Your pipeline is running without any issues or not. So you have to think about how you can able to optimize your pipelines or code so that it can be running in an optimized fashion. And one more thing is you need to think about how to monitor and maintain your pipelines. Monitor your pipelines. Why, sir? If some pipeline is failing, so that is a problem. It should not, any pipeline should not fail. If even though it is failed, it should be fixed as soon as possible. Okay, so we need to monitor it, and maintain means upgrades. We have to upgrade our versions properly. We have to upgrade our tools properly so that the maintenance activity will be taken care. So all of these things are very, very important for data engineer. It's not like that one data engineer working on all of these areas, one in data engineer work on this area, one more this area, one more this area, one more this area. Okay, so this is how multiple data engineers in a one single data engineering project, at least 3 to 4 data engineers will be there. Okay, in some projects multiple, even 10 plus data engineers also. In one of my team I have 11 data engineers also working. Out of 11, 6 are junior data engineer, 4 are senior data engineers. Okay, so that's how you will be having in a most of the data projects you will be going. So plenty of the data engineers are very much important for the activities, because every company nowadays is having data engineers for their data management purpose. Okay, so this is how a role of a data engineer. So far what we have seen is that what is data engineering, what a data engineer do every day, and what is the role of a data engineer we have seen, right? So now I am going to talk about what is this Google Cloud Platform. What is this Google Cloud Platform? I am going to talk about it. So Google Cloud Platform, before me talking about a Google Cloud Platform, can anyone tell me what are the other cloud platforms available? Any other cloud platform names? Cloud platform? We have AWS,
Azure.
right?
Azure.
We have we have Azure. We have, now we are seeing the GCP. So these are the main leading three leading cloud providers. What they actually do, sir? What are these things actually? These are the cloud providers, isn't it? Do
Cloud
you agree
service
with me?
providers. Yes.
Correct. They are the cloud providers. What they provide us? Correct. They provide us cloud computing services. Why these services are very much for the important for the organizations? So these services are very much important for the organizations to store the data. For example, in the data engineering world, if I wanted to talk about, if I wanted to store the data or process the data or analyze the data or visualize the data, I need these services, yes or no? Do you guys agree with me or not? This is in the data engineering world. Similarly, if you go to the application world, to build an application, to deploy an application, to scale application, so you need again the cloud computing services. Or if you go for data science project or machine learning project, for building a machine learning model, for deploying a machine learning model, okay, for registering a machine learning model, for maintaining the machine learning model and deploying it up, and all of these things. And if there is a networking, so for creating a networking services such as VPCs, subnet, or whatever it is, I'm just naming them. So we are not working on of these things. Any company, if a one company wanted to take care of the data engineering activities for storing the data or processing the data or analyzing the data, they can make use of these cloud computing services. Okay, so the cloud computing services are very useful for you to store the data, process the data, or build the application or deploy the application, or build a machine learning model, or register or maintain the machine learning model, or networking. For for example, if you look at it, for every company or every organization, they will be having one project. They will be having the projects. In the project, you may be working on different activities. For example, if I take a data engineering project, in the data engineering project, I may be working on these services. To do all of these services, to do all of those activities, we need these cloud computing services. Okay, so AWS, Azure, and GCP are the three leading cloud providers. They provide you the cloud computing services. And these services are very much important for the organizations to fulfill their project requirements. In a simple words, to fulfill their project requirements, whether it is a data engineering project, or it is the application development project, or a machine learning project, or a data science project, or a networking project, whatever the project it is. If you wanted to fulfill your project requirement, you need to have a cloud computing services, very much important nowadays. Okay, so this is a reason we will be using the AWS or Azure or GCP. One of such cloud platform is a Google Cloud platform that we are focusing on. Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider. They provide you the cloud computing services which are very useful for the organizations to fulfill their project requirements. Okay, so that is what is GCP, sir. GCP is one of the leading cloud provider offered by the Google, which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to deploy the applications, store the data, process the data, analyze the data, or visualize the data. Why, sir, can we not store the data on our own? Can you guys tell me, can we not store the data on our own? We can, right? Correct. Correct. So it's like this. For example, assume that you got a job in the Hyderabad. Okay, you wanted to go to the Hyderabad and stay there for working. So can you tell me how many options you have? If you wanted to stay there in the Hyderabad, you have actually two options. Either you can just buy some land, you can construct some construct some house, and you can stay there. This is one method. Or you can just rent some PG, rent some PG or hostel. This is second method. Okay, so this first method is nothing but your on-premises environment or a traditional environment. On-premises are traditional way of doing it. Traditional way, that means you have to buy the land, purchase the land, you have to construct your house one by one, and then you have to stay there. Can you tell me how much time it usually take for traditional method? So yes, 6 months to 8 months it usually takes if you wanted to do all of these things. But can you tell me, instead of you doing all of these things, can we stay there? Yes, in the rented house. How much time it will take for you to rent out? Hardly one day to find. Yeah. In a one day, we can able to just find a rent and we can stay there. So this is what is cloud. So cloud makes everything easy. You don't have to manage your entire infrastructure, because for storing the data, for I have some 100 terabytes of the data with me. Sir, I have some 100 terabytes of the data with me. I wanted to, my client gave me some 100 terabytes of the data. I have to store it. So if you wanted to store it without the cloud, how people were storing is that they have to purchase the machine first thing. They have to go to the hardware machines. They have to purchase the machine. Okay. And once the machine is purchased, they have to install the operating system. They have to install all the libraries that are required for them to use this one. Okay. And after that, they have to do the network configuration. They have to assign the storage to this one. They have to assign the backup. They have to assign the storage, and they have to assign the backups, and they have to take care of all of these things. Once this entire thing is ready, then only we can able to store the data on top of this one. Then only we can go for storage. See here. So for storing some 100 terabytes of the data, you are doing all of these activities, which takes a lot of time for you to do it. Purchasing machines, installing operating system, installing the libraries that are required for you to do it, networking components, storage, assigning the storage and backup and maintenance, and many things are there. Then only you are going to store the data. This usually takes a lot of time. This is what we call the traditional way of working. 10-15 years before, people were working in this era. This is what we call as the traditional way of working. But sir, can I be able to store this data in the cloud? For storing this data, you can just go to the cloud platforms like this. You can just go to the cloud platforms like Google Cloud Platform, for example. You can just go to the Google Cloud Platform and you can set with the cloud storage. You have a cloud storage here. You can come to the cloud storage and you can store any amount of data here. A cloud storage is one of the scalable system where you can able to store any amount of data. Nothing to do. You don't have to wait. For example, to do all of these activities, it may take almost 1 or 2 months, for example, for purchasing, and it will even take more time also, but let us take 1 month. But for doing this activity, hardly 1 minute. You just create a bucket and you go inside it and you upload the data here. You upload the data here. All the storage and everything is taken care. You select the data here, for example, and you store it here like this. So that if you wanted to store your data or process the data or analyze the data, all the things, if you wanted to do it in a traditional way, it takes a lot of time for you. So lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money. To avoid that, cloud platforms came into the picture. They are providing you the cloud computing services, and these services are very, very important for us to, if one wanted to store the data or process the data, if one wanted to create an application or deploy the application, whatever the activities that they wanted to do it, they can actually do it here. Okay, so such things are, we call it as a cloud platforms. So we have a 3 leading cloud providers are there, which provides you the cloud platforms such as AWS, Azure, and GCP. And we are focusing on Google Cloud Platform. Everyone, you can actually look at here. Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services provided by the Google. That is what I have just told you, the same thing, right? So Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services provided by the Google. It offers range of products and solutions to help the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. Okay, so if one wanted to build the application or deploy the application, for example, sir, if one wanted to store the data or whatever this, you can go to the solutions here, all the products, if you can see. So if one wanted to build the application and deploy the application, manage it or resource it, anything, if they wanted to do it, you have a plenty of application products are there here. More than 4,500 products are there in the marketplace. So you can see, for management activities, for your compute resources, for your storage requirements, for analytics purposes, for networking purposes. So Google Cloud Platform is providing you the wide range of products and services for the organizations, so for building or fulfilling their project requirements. So that is what is Google Cloud Platform, everyone. So you can see here. And these services are highly reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure. And this infrastructure is available throughout the world. This infrastructure is available throughout the world. Even in India also, Google has a data centers in Delhi as well as in Mumbai. Google has a data centers in India also. It is providing the data services in Mumbai as well as Delhi. You can utilize these resources in the Mumbai and Delhi also. So this is what is Google Cloud Platform, guys. So Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services provided by the Google. It offers wide range of products and services. Sir, can you show me what are those services? I am listing few of the services here. So it provides you the compute services. It provides you identity and security services. It provides you management services, networking services. These are categories I am telling you. You see here, the services are here. Compute engine, app engine, container engine. Big data services. This is where our area is. We are going to focus on the BigQuery, data flow, data proc, data lab, PubSub, and it provides you storage and database services, cloud storage, big table, cloud SQL, all of these things. And it also provides you the machine learning services. Okay, so our main agenda in these sessions, we are going to focus on the big data and storage and database services as a data engineer. Okay, so this is what is Google Cloud Platform, everyone, and this is how it is providing you the data engineering services or any other services. This is a GCP's service portfolio. This is a GCP service portfolio. Okay, and you can see why to learn the GCP. If one asking me, sir, Google has a very good community support. We already know that Google Cloud Platform is not one product from the GCP. Google is providing you the plenty of products. We have been using the YouTube, we have been using the Google search engine, Google Drive, Google Analytics, Google Maps. So plenty of the products we have been using. Google has a very good community support. And why so many people are interested in the so many projects are in the GCP nowadays? It's because GCP, even some of the projects are migrated from the AWS to the GCP also. It is because that Google Cloud Platform providing you the cost effective services compared to the other cloud platforms. For example, sir, if I wanted to store some 100 terabytes of the data in Google Cloud Platform or Azure Cloud Platform or AWS, okay, GCP. So AWS for 100 terabytes of the data, if it is taking some $100, just telling you the idea, it will take $90 here. It will take only $85 here. So Google Cloud Platform providing you the cost-effective services. So that is the reason most of the companies are looking towards the Google Cloud Platform, because it is providing you the cost-effective services. Less cost services are very less cost, and these services are flexible. These services are scalable, these services are reliable and secure, providing you the serverless and managed services also. And the interface is very fast and easy to use. Anyone can able to adapt to the interface easily. Okay, so this is what is the reason that most of the companies are looking towards a Google Cloud Platform. That is the reason we have a plenty of opportunities now for the GCP data engineers. Okay, so this is what is Google Cloud Platform, everyone. And you can also see the growth market, which I have copied from the internet, maybe just a week back, that you can see here. The growth market for the GCP, it is 54%, which is even more than the AWS and Azure also. What is mean by growth market? From the last year or from the last quarter to this quarter, the market for the GCP is increasing more than the AWS and Azure also. That means the companies are adapting to use the GCP. It's because of its reliability and it is flexibility and cost effective nature. So that is the reason you have a plenty of opportunities, but very less manpower for the GCP. I'm telling you that some people, some companies are looking for GCP data engineers like anything. So if I wanted to talk about like LTI Mindtree, the moment you put a resume, you get a interview call from the LTI Mindtree. And Ultimetric is one of the company hiring like anything. And one more is Synchron. And one more is there plenty of, if you go for Infosys, in you have a Accenture has their own entire department for the GCP, because I came from the Accenture AGBG, we usually call it as Accenture Google Business Group. So Accenture are hiring like anything. And Deloitte USI, okay, and there is this Tiger Analytics, and plenty of the companies. I'm just naming few only. You do not know that some of the companies exist also. That's how the moment you put your resume, you are going to get a lot of calls. Sometimes you put your phone to the shutdown also. So that many calls you're going to get it. Okay, so this is how the growth market for the GCP, and plenty of companies are interested towards the GCP. They started using the GCP. That's the reason we have a plenty of opportunities. And the next thing, so far I have talked about two topics. One is what is data engineering and what is Google Cloud Platform, and we have seen things. Now I am going to tell you the detailed course content, guys. Now I am going to tell you the detailed course content. Okay, so my course content I have designed in such a way that I have divided it into two topics, two modules you can think of. One is the cloud basics. You need to know the cloud basics. If you wanted to work in the Google Cloud Platform, you need to know the cloud basics. And the next thing is data engineering services. Okay, the next thing is data engineering services. So first thing we are going to see the cloud basics. What we are going to cover here. What we are going to cover here. I will tell you first a pictorial view, and after that I will tell you in a very detailed way. Okay, so first thing I will go to my this one, cloud basics. So very first thing we are going to start with is cloud overview. In this one we are going to see why we need the cloud platforms, what is the difference between the on-premises versus cloud, and these are the first module. In the very first module, I want you guys to understand why the cloud platforms are required for us, required for the organizations. What is the difference between the on-premises working culture and cloud computing culture? I want you guys to understand it. I want you guys to appreciate the technology of the cloud. Okay, so that is first thing we are going to see. In the next thing we are going to see what is Google Cloud Platform and why we learn GCP, opportunities and certifications. So these are the things. And next module we are going to see GCP interfaces. So if one wanted to work with a Google Cloud Platform, you have a multiple interfaces are there, that is console, cloud shell and cloud SDK. And console walkthrough, this is where I'm going to tell you how to create a free tier account in the GCP, because it's not that we are going to learn the things theoretically. My way of teaching, guys, if I wanted to tell you, my way of teaching is that I focus on 30% of the theoretical concepts. Theory is 30%, 70% is practicals, nothing but lab sessions. Okay, so this is my way of teaching. So I'll be focusing on 30% on the theoretical concept. Practical things are more here. So if you wanted to do the practicals, we need to have an environment. So I'm going to tell you how to create a Google Cloud Platform free account. How to create a Google Cloud Platform free account for the next 90 days. How to create it, I'm going to tell you. And they are providing you $300 for free credit for the next 90 days, so you don't need to pay anything. I'm going to tell you how to create a free tier account in the next, I mean, in our upcoming sessions I'm going to tell you. Okay, and after that I'm going to tell you how to set up the project, how to enable the billing and APIs. And after that we are going to see the GCP locations. If one wanted to create a resources or deploy the resources, look at the GCP regions, zones, and the selection criteria and importance. And after that we will be seeing IAM and admin concepts such as identities, roles, policy, and resource hierarchy. Because if one wanted to take care of the access control, see, we have to provide the access to the some people, so everyone should not able to access our services, right? So we need to take care of the access control. To take care of the access control, you have it here, IAM and admin. And we are going to see what are the identities, how to create a role, how to create a policy, what is this resource hierarchy. So these are our cloud basics, we are going to talk about it. Okay, so once the cloud basics are completed, I am going to start with data engineering services. Okay, so for data engineering services, I'm going to tell the thing like this. If you look at it here, so in a data engineering, data, it is categorized into three formats. One is unstructured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. Data is categorized into three ways. One is unstructured data, semi-structured data, as well as structured data. Okay, so this is what. Now, this to store this structured data, unstructured data, we have a Google Cloud Storage. We are going to see our very first data engineering service is Google Cloud Storage. We are going to see what is Google Cloud Storage and how to work with it. And for semi-structured data, we are going to see about the big table. And for structured OLTP, we are going to look at the Cloud SQL. For structured OLAP, we are going to look at the BigQuery. Don't ask me what is OLTP, what is OLAP today. I'm going to talk about it, what is OLTP, what is OLAP in our upcoming sessions. But just focus on what's topics that we are covering. Google Cloud Storage, Bigtable, Cloud SQL, and BigQuery. So these are the 4 services that we are covering. Okay, so total 4 services that we are covering here, guys. So this is how Google Cloud Storage, Bigtable, Cloud SQL, BigQuery. So total 4 here. And so we need to create the pipelines and process the data. So for processing the data with the Spark and Hadoop, we are going to learn about the data proc. For processing the data with help of the Apache Beam, we are going to learn about the data flow with Apache Beam. Here we are going to learn about the PySpark, and we are going to create the PySpark pipelines. We are going to learn about the Apache Beam. We are going to create the Beam pipelines. And then we are going to create the pipelines using the data fusion without writing any code also. That is with the help of the data fusion. So data fusion is a code-free environment to create the pipelines. And we are going to look at the workflow orchestration tool, that is Airflow. And we are going to look at the Lakehouse platform, that is Databricks also. From the last batch onwards, I have added the Databricks also. Okay, so this is again one data proc, data flow, data fusion, Databricks, and Airflow. Again here 5 services. And we are going to look about PubSub, which is a streaming data ingestion. We are going to create the streaming pipelines also. We are going to look at the streaming pipelines also. We are going to learn about how to create the streaming pipelines and batch pipelines also. For that one, we are going to learn about PubSub and event-based solution cloud functions also. For event-based solution, we are going to learn about cloud functions. So this is one of the complementary topic I'm giving you, that is Terraform, guys. So Terraform, nowadays some data engineers working on the Terraform for doing that and these activities. So for that one, I'm going to give you some complementary topic, that is Terraform also. Here we are going to learn about 3 topics. And in addition to this one, we are learning about the Linux basics. We are learning about the Python crash course. We are learning about the PySpark. We are learning about the Apache Beam. So all of these things. So Linux, Python, PySpark, and Apache Beam also covered. Okay, so these are the programming. This is more of a programming. So this is how we are covering all the details. So I would like to tell you one more time. So look at here, guys. So this is our notebook. So this is our notebook, guys. I'm going to share you the access once everyone is enrolled for the course. So this is our notebook. I'm going to show you everything is here. You don't need to go anywhere. We do not have a plenty of PDFs also. We just have a one notebook. Everyone will able to access this one. So how you can able to access is that I'm going to give you the access like this. So not today, but I'll show you how it looks like. We will see that. We will see all your questions at the end, guys. Give me 5 more, 10 more minutes so that I'll wrap up everything. I'll give you the time for you to ask the questions. Okay, so this is how our one notebook looks like, guys. You will be having everything here. So for the course content, you can double click on it. You will be able to download it. Everything you can able to download it. But let me gonna open from my own. So I'm gonna open it here. It is there in my local system only, so I can just show you here, guys. So this is our course content, the detailed course content. Google Cloud Data Engineering training with real world projects and case studies. So for the GCP data engineer role, the course duration, is it struck? The course duration, mode online, teaching language, and trainer, everything is here. And cloud basics, we are starting with introduction, interfaces, each and everything we are seeing. GCP locations, here we have GCP IAM and admin, we are talking about. Linux basics, I have told you. Python crash course. In this one, we are looking at the Python data types, data structures, Python programming, if and else loops, while loop, for loop, exceptional handling, file input output operations, functions and classes also we are covering. And data engineering tools, Google Cloud Storage, Cloud SQL, BigQuery, Dataproc, Databricks on Google Cloud Platform, Databricks, Dataflow, PubSub, Cloud Composer, nothing but Airflow, and Data Fusion, Cloud Functions, Terraform. And by the end of this session, what students can expect is that proficient in the SQL development, PySpark development, Apache Beam development, DAG creations in the Composer, notebooks, workflows creations in the Databricks, architectural planning, and certification readiness. Okay, so this is our course curriculum, guys. I hope you all have the access to the course curriculum. Our admins will paste the course curriculum here. And I would like to talk about it, this one. So maybe I'll start from here. So cloud basics. So this is our notes, guys. We are going to have everything here. So we will be having cloud basics. We are going to cover the cloud basics like this. You have a notes for everything. So for Google Cloud Storage. So what is Google Cloud Storage and how to create a bucket in the Google Cloud Storage in the console way, and how to create a bucket using the Cloud Shell, and commands, all the commands also listed here, and you have assignments also. Cloud SQL also, what is Cloud SQL and how we can able to work with Cloud SQL, connecting it to the Cloud SQL. Database migration project is there in the Cloud SQL, guys. In the Cloud SQL, we will be having a database migration project. So we will be having, from MySQL, on-premises MySQL to the Cloud SQL MySQL, we are going to see the database migration manual method and DMS method, database migration method also we are going to see. And how to create a MySQL on a Linux virtual machine, and you have assignments also again here. And next thing is that BigQuery. What is BigQuery? What is BigQuery's architecture and BigQuery limitations? Working with the BigQuery hierarchy, different ways of creating the tables in the BigQuery, table creations, partitioning and clustering in the BigQuery, and you should be able to see the codes also for creating the partitions. Working with the BigQuery, so multiple ways of working with the BigQuery, everything is here. Working with arrays here, nested fields and repeated fields here. What is nested field, what is repeated field? Assignments, you have it. Case study 1 we are going to cover, Spotify case study, social media case study. 2 case studies we are covering, what is BigQ reviews and sample data sets. And Python crash course, what are the Python topics that we are covering? Python installation, Python notebook, and practice questions. And what is Dataproc? What is the Hadoop ecosystem and how the Hadoop is different from the Spark? What is the difference between the Apache Spark and MapReduce? What is Apache Spark? Okay, what is Spark architecture and how we can able to learn about the workflow of the architecture? What is Dataproc and creating the multiple clusters in the Dataproc? And you have a lab sessions here, notebooks. These are all notebooks, guys. Okay, and we will be having sample data sets. Case study 1, very interesting case study it is. You can put it in the resume also. Case study 2, this is even, you can actually look at it here. So very interesting case study we are going to cover here, where you are going to see the what is the objective of what is your objective, and you can able to read the data from some multiple data sources. You can validate the data, transform the data, and logging and monitoring, error handling, and what is the outcome. Okay, so all of these things we are going to see it. And you have a assignment 1, you have a assignment 2, and you have a assignment 3 also. And end-to-end pipeline we are going to cover here, which is an end-to-end pipeline with the industry standard pipeline. Okay, so with all the validations, logging, monitoring, exceptional handling, all of those things are covered here, which is a very, very interesting module. And if one wanted to learn more about the Spark also, you have it here. Okay, so if one wanted to learn about more about the Spark. And we have a data flow. What is this data flow and how it is different from the Dataproc? What is this Apache Beam? How it is different from the Spark? And lab sessions, sample data sets, use case 1, assignment 1, template method of creating the pipelines, end-to-end streaming pipeline. Here we are going to cover the end-to-end streaming pipeline, everyone. And after that, we are going to see the pub sub. What is this pub sub and how it actually works, the use cases and the architecture of the pub sub. And Airflow. What is Airflow? Workflow orchestration tool. What is Composer? How do we, what is the architecture of the Composer? And what is DAG? How to create the DAG and cron job format, we are going to see it, and how we can able to create the Composer environment. Level 1 DAG, level 2 DAG, level 3 DAG, level 3. This is nothing but a case studies, guys. Okay, so level 1 DAG with all the code and everything. You have the use case here, level 2, level 3, level 4. These are all DAGs only. You have an assignment also. For assignments also, you have already the code available. You just have to, once you have done it, you can also verify your code. And we are implementing the end-to-end CI/CD here. We are going to implement, this is a complementary again. So we are implementing a CI/CD here, and I'm going to give it as a complementary for you. So we are preparing the environment and Composer, setting up the GitHub, cloud build trigger. So we are going to do this thing, guys. So an end-to-end CI/CD with the help of the GitHub, cloud build, Composer, and triggers. We are going to do that. This is again a complementary. And here we have a data fusion. What is this data fusion? How do we create a pipelines in the data fusion and end-to-end pipeline in the data fusion? What is this cloud functions? And the use case 1 and use case 2. Databricks. So what is this Databricks? And why Databricks is required? What is the difference between the data warehouse, data lake, and data lake house? Setting up a Databricks workspace. What is this Unity catalog? And why the Unity catalog is required for the data governance? What are the different types of clusters and the notebooks? What is the advantage of the notebooks? And you have a DB utility commands. What are these commands? What is this delta tables and delta lake tables? Data set creations, structured streaming in the data bricks, autoloader, medallion architecture, end-to-end workflow. So this is where we are going to see an end-to-end workflow, and for that we have a repository also. Okay, so that's how. And we have a complementary things. For the complementary, I'm providing you the end-to-end project, and we are also providing you the Terraform, and we are providing you the difference between the spanner, bigtable, and GitHub, and all of these things. So these are the complementary activities also we are providing. An end-to-end pipeline we are providing for the complementary. So this is how an entire things are covered here, guys. For a data engineer, if one wanted to work it, and once your entire course is done, sir, I wanted to prepare my resume. So if one wanted to prepare their resume, they can go to the interview tab. You have a resume templates already created here. You can go to this one, just download it. You will be having more than 15 resumes are there. You can just make use of these resumes to create your own resume. That is one thing. And sir, I'm going for an interview. Sir, I'm unable to tell what is the introduction and project 1 explanation and project 2 explanation. Sir, can you help me? So here I have provided you how do you tell in the interview introduction the project 1 explanation and project 2 explanation with an architecture diagram. I make it very easy for you because I've been teaching this course from the last 1.5 year to 2 years, close to 2 years. We have seen almost plenty of the people placing, and we have seen everything in and out of this course. So this course is going to give you the job for sure. And here you have a data engineering theoretical questions, data engineering SQL questions, Python questions, Python coding questions. Even yesterday also I have added 2 or 3 questions. See, yes, today also I think I might have attended for one of the interviews. This was one of the questions that. So they have given 3 columns in the BigQuery, and they're asking us to flatten it out. I'm going to. This is also going to the this question. So whenever I attend for an interview, I'll be pasting the questions. Whenever I get a questions from the some other students, also I paste it here. And for those people who wanted to go for the certifications, you have here the certification dumps also readily available. So this is how our end-to-end course curriculum with the detailed course content and the notebook, how we are going to provide it to you. The same thing you will be having it here. Okay, so however I have shown you, everything will be here. So we will be providing you the access to this one once you guys are enrolled for the course. That is one thing. And the final thing, the course details. The course details, when it comes to the course details, the course duration is it will take 2.5 months, guys. It will take 2.5 months. Okay, and The daily 1 hour will be there from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour will be there. The timing is 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. The timing is 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. The timings are same. And delivery sessions, online live sessions only. Like everyone, we are joining like this, the online live sessions. The add-ons, video recordings are provided to you every day. Comprehensive material access will be provided to you, all of you. Assignments will be there. Real-time projects and case studies, interview questions, certification dumps, resume assistance. All of these things are provided to you guys on the course details. The timings is 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so this is what is course timings. And some people will ask me, sir, what is the prerequisite for this course? So the prerequisite for this course is that we are expecting our student to be coming up with the basic knowledge on the SQL. Familiarity with the SQL is very much important, guys. We are expecting the candidates to be coming up with the basic knowledge on the SQL. All the development knowledge is going to be covered in the sessions itself. Okay, so we're expecting the basic knowledge on the SQL from the candidates. And the target audience, whoever you are, whether you are struggling to secure your dream job. For example, sir, I am coming from I just have freshly graduated. I just wanted to enter into the data engineering field. I am very eager to learn the data engineering, or I am very having a very good knowledge on the data engineering. If you wanted to secure your dream job, or if you think that, sir, I am feeling stuck in my current role, if you think that I'm stuck in my current role, that I cannot be able to come out of it, but if I'm coming out of it also, I don't see any opportunities outside. So for you, this is a course again. And if you wanted to looking for a fast growing and high demanding career, sir, I'm looking for a high demanding career. Sir, I wanted to be in a trending job. So this is a course again for you. Sir, I am seeking a company which switch with a rewarding pay hike. Sir, I wanted to switch to a one more company. In my current company, the growth is there, but the hike they are not providing for me. So if you wanted to go with a very good hike, again, this course is for you guys. And sir, I'm a non-IT guy. I come from mechanical production or pharmacy background or whatever it is. So if you wanted to eager breaking to the technology background, for the GCP data engineer is going to be the course for you again. And sir, I'm coming from testing background, mainframes or supporting role jobs, sir. I wanted to come out of it, and I wanted to get a very good hike, guys, because sir, testing they are not giving him for even 10 years of experience also, they are giving 15 LPO only, sir. Okay, for supporting roles also, sir, I wanted to come out of it, and I wanted to get at least 20 or 30 for my experience according to your experience. So if you wanted to get very good hike, and if you wanted to get a very decent hike for by learning this course, so this is what is a course for you guys again. Okay, whether you are struggling to secure a dream job, or if you think that you are feeling stuck in a current role, or looking for a fast growing or high demanding career, or seeking a company which with a rewarding pay hike, or non-IT if you wanted to break into the IT field, or you are coming from a testing background or a mainframe background or a supporting background, you can able to enter it. So how you can able to enter it, I will tell you first thing. This is mainly for the experienced guys. I would like to tell you guys, sir, I have 5 years of experience. Maybe, sir, I have 2 years. I will start with 2 years, minimum 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 9 years, 10 plus years, 10 plus years. So this is how our experience level. Okay, sir, if I have a 2 years experience, you learn my course. You learn my data engineering GCP DE course. You learn my GCP DE course, and you put in your resume that I have worked on GCP for last 2 years. Last 2 years worked on GCP, and you prepare your resume like that and go for the interviews. Okay, go for the interview. This is what you have to do. And for those people who are having a 3 years of experience, okay, sir, you prepare your resume like 2 years. Again, last 2 years I worked on GCP, and the rest one of the year, you know, what is your current experience, you will be having it, right? You can put that 1 year. Okay, whatever the experience you have, you can put that 1 year experience, and last 2 years you worked on the GCP. Prepare your resume accordingly and go for the interviews. And for the 3 years guy, 5 years guy, for 5 years guy, you create your resume saying that last 2.5 years I worked on the GCP. Prepare your resume like that, go for the interview. And rest of the 2.5, what you have to do, whatever the current experience you have, it you have to put it again for the 7 years. So you have to put again same 2.5, and for 9 years you to go with 3 years of experience. For 10 years, I suggest you to go with a 3.5, 10 plus. When I said 10 plus, then you go for the 3.5 years of experience. So this is how you have to put, you have to learn my course, because my course will give you in-depth knowledge, and you will be able to easily crack. If you put even 3.5 years of experience also in the resume, you can able to crack this, because we have designed the course in such a way that we will be providing you all the necessary things required for the interview cracking, required for you to work comfortably in the job. So it is not our agenda to for you to crack the job. So the course is not only to give you the job, guys. Job is simple. Getting the job with this course is very simple at this current point of time, I can say. Okay, if you get a 50% of the knowledge also, you can land on the job. Getting the job with a GCP data engineering course, this course is not that much complicated. But the complicate is that after getting the job, surviving is the important, because you need to work comfortably. Our aim is to this one. I want to focus on this one. We are focusing on you should be able to work comfortably in the company once you get a job. So that is our main motto. This is where I'm focusing on. Getting the job is very easy. I'm telling you, getting the job is very, very easy. You will only tell me after 3.5 to 4 months. Within after 2.5 months, you can take 15 more, or 3 months or 3.5 months, you should be able to get the job. And after that, you will only tell me, sir, I got two offer, three offer, four offer letters also. Okay, so that is how. So you should be able to comfortably work in the company. This is where what is our main motto, such that for getting the job is you have to focus on this area. Okay, how to work, putting your resume and managing your experience. So this is how you have to manage. But our course is to give you a very good knowledge on how you can able to work on the company comfortably. So that is what it is. So whoever you are, whether you are this one or that one, whether you have a fresher or whether you are stuck in some role, this is the course for you guys. So these are our target audience. And now finally, I just say thank you. Now tell me guys, if anyone have any questions. So here we have quite a few people here, 12 and 10 plus
Hi,
30.
Sik. Hey,
1 minute,
hello,
guys.
sir.
1 minute,
This is
one
Gosar.
minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, please. We have total 50 plus candidates are here. So what I will do, please raise your hand. I will go one by one. Please raise your hand. I will go one by one. I want you guys to tell me, so that I'll give you time for each and every individual so that you can ask me. Okay. So
Hi,
yes,
this.
first I will wait a minute. I told you, right? Please raise your hand. Okay, please, please. So let's not disturb any other people also. Yes, Srikant. Srikant, you have any question?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes, Srikant. Yes.
so when you're saying this Spark and Hadoop, right? So
Yes.
do we also have to learn Kafka or something with this?
With this course, a similar tool like Kafka, we have a PubSub in the Google Cloud platform, which we are learning it. Okay. A PubSub or Kafka, both are same. Both are a publisher subscriber model, right? It is a messaging service. Both are same. We are learning the PubSub here, which is a similar. As I already told you, that is a traditional tool. This is a cloud tool. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, and one more thing,
Yeah.
these days they are saying about the Snowflake, right? For
Correct.
OAuth. So do we have to learn
BigQuery.
that also?
BigQuery. We have BigQuery here. Okay. Yeah. So don't worry about it. When I say GCP data engineer, you are going to work on the GCP data engineering tools only. You don't have to learn any other tools. Just focus on GCP. You will get the job easily. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, and if there is, if I join a company and there is, they're using Azure or AWS, right? So will it be easy to transition if
Easy, easy. So if you learn some cloud platform, you can able to learn other cloud platforms easily. Today, if you learn GCP, you can easily learn because the services are same. The only that is different is that the way interface looks is different, but the way you have to work is same. Okay, there isn't any difference when it comes to the cloud platforms. Okay, you should be able to easily switch. Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so next person is Anil Kumar. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, hi sir. Like,
yes.
can you are you showing any project that that will come the data will come from the API that continuous data?
Of course, we are having it. One of this one, maybe I might have not shown you, but look at here in this complementary project itself, it is coming from API.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so don't
Okay.
worry about that. So you can leave me, sir. The concept, this concept is covered. You can ask me any question. So one of the question is that API is covered or not, sir. APIs are covered. So one of the data source can be API data source also. That is we are covering. Okay, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is Kausar,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, Kausar. Yeah. And
Yeah,
Kausar, I told you to raise your hand, right?
I'm not able to find where is it
Okay,
is.
no problem. Yes, Kausar, you asked me.
So, Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah,
Actually,
walaikum assalam.
I
Yeah.
have 10 years experience as database administrator. So I
Okay.
want to move to the cloud side. So I decided to move to Google Cloud finally.
Okay.
So nowadays everything is moving in cloud, right?
Correct.
So in your course is there any migration like database
Of course, of
great
course.
to that is the main purpose to join your course, sir.
See,
So
we
something
are covering. See, that is one of the project that we are covering. Such that we are
yeah,
covering plenty of them. Okay.
good. That is the reason to join to
Sure.
migration database like migration. I have
Correct.
server also. Suppose one example, AWS to the Google Cloud you migration. So some type you included in this course.
Correct. Of course.
Technically,
Yes.
you can include, right?
Correct. Correct. So database migration is covered from other cloud platforms or on-premises to the Google Cloud is
Okay,
also
and
covered.
you help in certification also, right?
For certification, we will be helping you. You can actually go for the dumps already, which we already placed here. You see, we already
Okay.
have the certification dumps for associate cloud engineer and professional data engineer. You already have it here. Okay.
Okay. And second thing, sir, the course duration is too long. Is
2.5.
possible to
No,
complete as early as possible?
no. Usually, some people say that the course duration is very less. Actually,
Oh,
for this entire course, okay, we are covering everything, guys.
last
So it
time
will take
I listen ke
2.5 months as a
1.5
duration.
5 months only, but you 1 month more increases.
Yeah, 2.5 months is a duration that we are going to cover for sure. Okay. Yeah,
So before not possible to.
it's not possible. It will be completed within 2.5 months. Okay. Yeah.
So you increase hourly 1.5 hour daily. So will possible
So I don't
to
know.
please because it's
Still,
very long
still,
time for me.
yeah, yeah. I understand your point, but
Mm.
I suggest you to go with this pace. If you go with this pace, I'm telling you will be able to complete it with a proper learning. And by the 2.5 months, it's not like that you have to wait for 2.5 months. Okay. So
Okay,
some
okay.
of the concepts you don't need it by the end of this one. I think within
Mhm.
less than 2 months itself, you can able to go for the
Okay,
resumes.
then
Resume.
great. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Thanks,
Okay.
sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Yes, Nimit. Nimit. Okay. 1 minute, Nimit. 1 minute, Nimit. So I have my students. I forgot about that. So yeah, Sheikh Rizwan, you have any question? Riz, yes, Sheikh Rizwan. Sorry, Sheikh Rizwan. I can't hear you. Rizwan, yeah, please. Hey, yes. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Shekhar, I am not calling you. Okay, 1 minute, please. Okay. So I'll call you guys. I'll call you. Give me 1 minute so you can also hear other questions also so that you can able to see it. Yes, Sheikh Rizwan. Yeah, please. Okay, Snowflake. No. Snowflake is different. Snowflake it is one data warehouse tool. In Google Cloud Platform, our understanding is to get a job in the GCP data engineer. Okay, so accordingly we are going to prepare it. Snowflake is one data warehouse tool, and in Google Cloud Platform also we have one data warehouse tool that is BigQuery. So we will learn about a Google Cloud Platform tools, not any other tools. Okay, we wanted to become a GCP data engineer. We are sticking to the GCP tools only. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yes, only GCP tools we are covering because we are wanted to become a GCP data engineer. Okay, yes. And the next candidate is, yes, Sufyan. Yes, Sufyan. Correct, correct, correct. Of course, of course. Yes, you can able to easily justify that in the interview easily. Okay, you can easily. Yeah. Is real-time projects only. You will be even sometimes getting a difficult to understand few of the things because we are going to make it as a industry standard pipelines. It's not like I can create a pipeline in a vague way, but we are going to use all the validations, logging. Sometimes you may not be able to understand few things. It's because that we are going to use some of the advanced things also. So these are going to be the industry standard pipeline so that you can easily justify, and you can also say what are the challenges that you have faced in your work culture. If you ask such kind of a questions also, you should be able to answer it because we are going to implement it here. You are going to practice the same thing there so that you can able to easily explain the challenges and how did you fail, how did you fix those issues and all of those things. Okay, so that's our agenda. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so yes, Shaker, you were asking something, right? Yes, Shaker. Yes. Okay, you have pasted in the chat. Okay. Oh, 1 minute. Yes, how much salary we can expect for 7 years for data? It depends on Shaker. So, if what is your current package? 24. Okay. So, decent hike should be 30 to 40%. You can ask for 40%. Okay. Yeah, that's all. It depends. There's a very good demand. There's a very good demand. I can say that because so even some of the companies are, and even some of the yesterday or day before yesterday, I have seen in one of the channel, they're saying that for next 10 years, there's a very huge demand for the data engineers, not for GCP. There's a very good demand for the data engineers for next 10 years. Okay, so you will be in a very trending job. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. For sure, you will be in a very trending job. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, Jagadish. No, both unstructured, semi-structured, and structured. All we are going to cover in the sessions. Okay. Of course, we are learning Linux basics, isn't it? We are covering the Linux. Yeah. I think I've shown you, right? Uh, Sometimes we will be using when we are in, yeah, yeah, not in the Spark, but sometimes when we are working with some server or some cloud shell or something, right? So you'll be using the Linux. So you need to have basics. Yeah, that is one thing. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And yes. Now again, I'll go back to here. Yes, Shushovan, you have any question? Of course, not Hadoop, but PySpark we are covering. Yeah, yeah, PySpark we are covering. Yes. Okay. Yes, Vijay Kumar, you have any question? PySpark we are covering. Yeah. Vijay Kumar, you have any question? No, you're good. Okay. And I see Revati Reddy. Yeah, Revati Reddy. Yes, please. You have any question? Sorry, sorry. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me gonna look at that. Yes, Krishna, you can talk. Okay, there's a question from Revati. This is what it is. So, do we how do we need to have any prior coding experience in order to learn this course and get the job? As I told you that, Revati, we need to have a basic knowledge on the SQL. That is more than enough. Rest of the things we are going to cover in this session. Okay. Yes. So basic knowledge on the SQL is very much important here. And do we need to learn any programming like Java? No, that is not required here because I'm going to teach Python. Data engineers, Python is favorite language. We don't use Python. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay, yes, Ratnaji, Ratnaji Kasani. Not sure. Yeah, yes, please. Good evening. Cloud, yes. So for that one, we have already told you, right? Cloud logging and monitoring. Okay. So for observability in Google Cloud Platform, we have a cloud logging and monitoring. So these are the services itself. Okay, maybe the name itself it is like that, maybe, but it is a one of the service in the Google Cloud Platform. You see here, so you can go here. Okay, observability logging and services like metrics explorer, logs explorer, we are going to see. Sometimes we face issues and we come here and we create loggers, so we will be checking it here, so such that we will be able to check it out here. Okay. Yeah, we will be covering. So all the Python for data engineers that is required. So I have designed a specific Python for data engineers. So we will be needing that much of knowledge. And if you are the knowledge I'm going to give you, if you explore some of the questions one, day two, day three, so that's where you will be proficient in Python. And that much knowledge is very much because Python is not 100% required for you to learn the PySpark. At least whatever topics I'm covering. So if you are proficient in those things, and you are good to learn the PySpark, and PySpark is very easy compared to the Python. Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. And I see a few of the questions here. 1 minute, guys. So please send the topics you going to cover in this training. So okay, 1 minute, everyone. I'm going to paste the link for the questions, or maybe I'll just try to see if I can able to paste here. Oh, the curriculum. Not sure where I have the curriculum. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to paste the curriculum in our this thing, guys. Okay, I'm not able to paste it. Okay, I'm going to paste it here. 1 minute. I'll try to paste it here. Yes, I can go to the data engineering, daily data engineering topics. Yes, you have it here. I forgot to ask one question, sir. I have seen some videos regarding the GCP DE, but I want to know that you are covering the same topics or including some more topics. We are including some more topics also, guys, in addition to that. Yes. Okay, sir, is data engineering and staging server. You will be having both in this thing. We are going to cover that in the upcoming sessions. Yes. Okay, so I see a few more questions here, sir. What is the difference between the GCP developer and GCP data engineer? GCP developer who works on the application creation. So GCP data engineer who works on the data engineering projects. Okay, so that's how the difference. And data lake means some file storage system like HDFS. Correct. Data lake means some file storage system like HDFS where you can store any type of data. Perfect. And yes, yes, Vijay, you have any question? Yes, please. What you have to do, you so for those people, sir, I do not know the SQL, sir, but I would like to enter into the Google Cloud Platform data engineering job. What you have to do, you have to know that what is your mother tongue. So just go to the mother tongue, and if it is Telugu or English or whatever it is, I hope Telugu or Hindi or whatever it is, you go to some YouTube channel and you find some tutor who is teaching easily SQL in your own language. Just learn the basics of it. Just watch 3 to 4 hours of video. That is more than enough for the basics. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to do it. If you are doing it, yeah, we can you can create it one more time. That's not a problem. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is how for those people who want to learn the SQL, they should go to the YouTube and they should find a preferred SQL language and just watch those video 3 to 4 hours. Then you can able to learn the basics of SQL. SQL should be very easy. You don't need to worry about much. Okay. Yes. Any other questions? I hope I have answered most of the questions. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me. I'm available here, guys. If anyone have any questions, I might have taken a lot of time today, but this is our very first session, so that's the reason I would like to take. So now tell me if anyone have any questions. So I tried to give you a lot of things on the first demo so that the people are comfortable with the course content and all the topics. So later point of time, they should not be having any questions. So that's the reason I would like to cover. Tell me, guys, if anyone have any questions.
Can you please share your number, sir?
Sorry.
Can you
I can't share like that. Okay. So if anyone wanted to talk with me personally, you can actually connect with an admin and they will connect with me. If anyone wanted to talk with me, they can connect with an admin and they can connect with me so that we can talk. Okay. Yeah.
oh, okay.
So this will be 9 to 10, right, sir? Every day?
Yes. Yes. The same timing. 9 to
Okay.
10, everyone. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
So when are you going to actually start the training, sir?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow onwards. We are
Okay.
going to start our very first topic as I told you here. So this is our very first topic tomorrow. Cloud basics, cloud overview. Very interesting topic, guys. Very interesting topic. Whether you wanted to attend my course or not, it's your choice, but I suggest you to attend these 3 demo videos. I'm going to talk about very interesting topics like why we need the cloud platform. Let me gonna show you that picture also so that you will be seeing that. In this demo too, I'm going to talk about this one. So actually how what happens when a company wanted to create new application, what actually happens in the back end. So all of those things we are going to cover here. So all of these things we are going to see it in a very interesting way. Try to attend the session tomorrow and after tomorrow. It will be very interesting for you to look at it. So what happens when a company wanted to create an application? How many people are involved? How many teams are involved? How each team is going to be working with other team? How the teams are interacting and how they are going to create the infrastructure? And what is the traditional way of creating the infrastructure? What are the challenges with the traditional mechanism? And what is the problems it is fixed by the cloud? And how cloud is going to be operating? So all of these things we are going to see it here. Okay, so that is what we are going to see it, everyone, tomorrow, sorry. And I just wanted to stop the session here for today. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me, guys. This is it for today. That I will show you. Yes, I will show you. That is also there in our notebook as well, how to create a free tier account in the GCP, but not today, but I will show you someday, maybe 3 to 4 sessions. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Any other questions, anyone? So this is our agenda actually. Create account, project setup, and yes, Arun, you have any question? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yes, please. Correct, correct. Okay. Of course, right. Correct, correct. So I'll tell you. Yes, I'll tell you what our flow is that. So for next almost 10 days, right, including the Saturdays and Sundays, for next 10 days, we will be covering the cloud basics only. So this is the plan for those people. Okay, cloud basics. Okay, this is the plan for those people who are wanted to learn SQL. What you have to do is that you attend my sessions every day and parallelly you try to learn the SQL. by the time I start the SQL topics, you should be able to have the basics. Okay. So this is what you have to do. Okay. So next 10 sessions will be on the cloud basics only by the time you plan for the SQL learning basics. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, anyone? Okay. Correct. Of course. Of course. Of course. Correct. So whenever you have any questions, there will be a group created for you guys. So if anyone have any questions also, you can ask me. Yes, right? Yeah. Yes, yes. Yes. One more guy was in between. Yes, please tell me. Yes, yes. We are providing the recorded sessions also. So every day you will be getting your recording sessions. Yeah. So the timings is 9 to 10 p.m. IST. Notes provided, recordings provided, and any other things? Monday to Friday. Yep. Okay, guys, I think it's almost 11, and this is the longest session I have so far for my demo sessions in the first. So in last 10 sessions, I think this is a very good session. Thanks for attending the session today, and
Oh,
thanks for being the
oh,
patience throughout the session.
one request, sir.
Yes, please.
So don't fix the time, say, but just a request, just try to
Sure,
finish as much as possible
sure, sure,
early. So
sure,
not fix sometime 1 hour, sometimes 1 and 30
sure,
minutes, if possible. Not.
sure. I got your
Thanks.
point, Kaushal. I'm taking that
Thanks.
input. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yes. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you all. Hope I'm going to we are going to meet tomorrow as well. Please attend the sessions tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions, also you can ask me tomorrow as well. Okay. First three sessions are demo sessions only. We have completed today, and we have tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Try to attend these demo sessions. You have any questions, you can reach out to our admins. They will connect with me. We can also talk personally if anyone have any questions also. Okay. Yep. Thank you guys. Thanks for attending the sessions. Have a great night, and we will meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you a lot. Thank you guys.